do live chat. How's everyone doing? If you're just joining in, I'm answering questions about pressure washing, soft washing, or the business of pressure washing and soft washing. So please drop it below in the comments, and I'd be more than happy to answer any of your questions. I just sent off a bid, a little 57 Hornet for apartment complex soft wash. Got to send this off to Mr. Bill Jones. Just sending off these quotes at the end of the day. So I would like to figure out cost to get plus house. What did we do for this guy last year? Solar panel cleaning. Whew. Whew, whew, whew. What did we do for this guy? What's going on, everyone? If you're just tuning in, I am live right now answering questions about pressure washing and soft washing. So if you have any of those, please hit me in the comments. Love to hear what you have to say. Love to answer any of these questions. My hair is ridiculous every single time. I really want to get a haircut, but my girlfriend doesn't want me to. She's like, no, don't get a haircut. My daughter doesn't want me to. T-Rod is back in here. T-Rod. Should I go with the mohawk? I don't know. I feel like I should go with the mohawk. Let's see. What are we doing today? What are we talking about today? How are we living today? Let's see. Man, some of these downstream kits are just wild. Jeez. That's wild. That's a wild price on those. Need help with an apartment quote? Yeah, absolutely. I actually literally just did 2 today. So if you need help with that, shoot me a DM. I'll shoot me a DM with the address, and I will give you what I would charge for it and why I would charge it, and then, you know, we can go from there. Close that deal today, close that. How do you get these apartments? You know, a bomb ass website. That's how I got them. No, it's a combination of having a good website. Yes. I mean, all of them come in through my website. All of these leads come in through my website. And so I got the Hilton. Oh yeah, I gotta send off the Hilton quote. I put that together. What was her name? But both of them came in through the website, you know, and a lot of these are found on websites and Google. You know, that's how I get a lot of these quotes. It's having a good website set up and making sure that it's converting people in from buyers to from customers, from lookers to buyers. That's really the big thing, you know, having an intentionally designed website. And you know, making sure that your SEO is built in a way and your Google Maps are built in a way that you're going to be popping up on these channels. So when people are searching for pressure washing in your area, you're actually coming up. And if you don't know, we have a marketing company. We do that. So if you need help with that, check out introspectwebdesign.com. I'm more than happy to help you out there. Oh, what did I do just there? Did I break that? No, I didn't break that. Oh, kind of broke it. Okay. All right, we don't have a lot of questions today. Are we just hanging out today? Are we just hanging out? Let's see, hangout questions. Oh man, what do I want to do for hangout questions? Does anybody have any questions about not just like, how-to questions, but maybe my experience with pressure washing? Let's see. I'll give you one. Story time. So I had a customer, one of my first, it was when I first started, and I had a customer that said, she had a driveway. She had one of those big like circle. You ever mentor someone? Yeah. I've mentored a lot of people in this industry. And I don't want to call it mentorship. It's more of a, kind of like this Q&As. People have my number, they call me. And yeah, they call me or they message me, and I try to give as much of the farm away as I can. I don't like to gatekeep a lot of information, but I do have my courses now, and I'm working on the courses to make them even better. This is going to be wild. Like, this is going to be hands down the best course in pressure washing. It's going to be nuts. How was your first month pressure washing? First month pressure washing, I did 10 grand. And the reason why I did 10 grand is because, the reason why I did 10 grand is because I know that I know how to sell and market. That's my thing. That's what I've been doing for the last 10 years. Well, 10 years for myself, and 20 years just in general. And yeah, I've been selling my whole life and marketing for myself in the last 10 years. So it's something that I didn't know how to clean. I didn't know how to clean it all, but I do know how to sell, and I do know how to market. So that's the reason I didn't keep 10,000. I think that's a very important distinction. I didn't keep 10,000. I'm crazy when it comes to business, so I dump everything back in for the first few months, and I reinvest. And it's a little bit different than somebody else that kind of needs that money to survive. So yeah, that it was. Now speaking about like how it was a very tight learning curve. Like, we're working on people's houses, and I was making sure that I was doing I was trying to take my time and do the job right. And I underbid a lot. I underbid so much. It was wild. PowerCleanAcademy.com. You can check out the courses right now, and they are going to be updated here soon. I'm going to do a massive update on all of them, and I'm going to be moving them over to a new platform. So if you purchase the course on the platform, you're going to be grandfathered into the new platform, but they're going to all get a massive overhaul. I've got so many new ideas that I'm putting into it. Like, these Q&A sessions have really helped out and giving me the insight as to, I've been disconnected from, my beginning time for so long that I don't remember what I don't remember, so these questions have really helped clarify what things are important and what things are not, and what questions you actually have, and what questions that you have that lead to other questions that you don't know that you're about to have. So I think that's a really good way to explain that too. Yeah, I think that's the way to explain that. What do you do before pressure washing? Man, I've done everything. Right before pressure washing, I owned a series of vape businesses, so electronic cigarettes. I had the largest manufacturing company in Washington, actually in the Northwest. I had 2 successful websites. One netted over $1 million a year, one netted over $300,000 a year, and I had 5 5 retail locations and 30 employees across all of them. And each of them doing anywhere between 60 and 80,000 a month. It was a good business. It was like printing money and I did that since 2012. And then I stopped it 3 years ago because the legislation in the federal side changed and on the state side changed. So we thought it was going to be too risky to renew leases, things like that. I mean, when you're signing multi-million-dollar leases, it's like you got to know that your business is going to stick around. Before that, I was a salesperson at Comcast. I did over-the-phone sales for Comcast. Then before that, I worked at Best Buy. I've done credit card sales, car detailing, everything, just everything. Worked at McDonald's, Sonic, a regional cell phone company called Intellos back before smartphones existed. I worked in a vinyl shop. What's going on, Black Sheep? Worked at a vinyl shop, did all sorts of things. But I wanted, great questions. I appreciate you guys. So I want to get into this story here. So I had a customer. She had a big U-shaped driveway. If I could estimate it now, it's probably about 1,500 square feet. No, it's probably more than that. Yeah, I've had every job there is. Like, my mom used to joke about that. Like I've had, and none of them were like short stints. You know, all of them were like 2-3 years. And I had a lot of really great mentors at almost all the jobs. Now this driveway was bigger than that. It's probably about 2,500 square feet. About 2,500 square feet now. So I called the lady, or the lady calls. We agree on a price. I think the price was, yes, oh God, I don't even remember the number. It was, I think the price was 500. I think it was 400. Yeah, I think it was 400. Let's say the number is 400. And we agree on the price. Everything was fine. She was a little particular over the phone, but we agree on the price. I show up, and I had my brother-in-law who was coming down working for me for a little bit. I had my son in the car. We were going to do some door hangers and yard signs, and while he was taking care of the driveway. So I get out the car, and this is when I had my little Ryobi. I was just starting off, nothing fancy, coming out of my wife's minivan, you know, nothing crazy. I hadn't sunk any money into it yet. I haven't made any investments into it yet. So I get into the car, or get out the car. I talk to the lady. She's very standoffish. She says, you know, about how long is this going to take you? And I say, about 4 hours. I say about 4 hours is going to take all in. She goes, 4 hours, and how much did we say? I said, we said $400. She goes, that's ridiculous. I'm not paying $100 an hour. I'm going to at most pay you $50 an hour. And I was like stuck there for a moment. I was like really in shock. She like really had me like paused, and I was like, okay, what, you know, she was very nasty and very rude about it. And I remember thinking, okay, John, you know, I felt my blood boiling. I felt like really upset. I felt angry that, you know, I drove all the way out here. I felt embarrassed, you know, that I felt embarrassed that I came all the way out here for nothing, you know, effectively tell my brother-in-law he's not going to get paid, or I got to pay him and he didn't do any work or something. I don't know. You know, I just didn't know what to think or do. So I kind of calmed myself for a moment. It felt like that pause took, years, but it was only seconds. And I calmed myself for a moment and I said, ma'am, who normally does this? And she goes, me and my husband. I said, okay. And how long does it usually take you to clean your driveway? And she says, oh, it usually takes us, a day or two. I said, okay. So you're not paying us for the 4 hours it's going to take us. You're paying us for the 16 hours it would take you. And then she kind of sat back for a second. She kind of heard me and she said, okay, 400 it is. And it's really so what I hope you guys take away from that is when you're selling, you're not selling pressure washing. You're not selling roof cleaning. You're not selling home siding cleaning. You're not selling any of those things. What you're doing, any good salesperson, and this is going to be in my sales course, so this is a free tidbit. This is gold. This is high level sales. You see, like some of the books I'm rocking back here with, I learned from these guys. I've had great sales mentors. I'm a 20-year salesperson. This is straight from a 20-year salesperson. Don't sell them pressure washing. Don't sell them soft washing. Don't sell them roof cleaning. Okay? You figure out what they want to buy and then you sell it back to them. Okay? You sell it back to them. Be a search bar. Don't be a product recommendation. So what I mean by that is if a customer says, hey, my HOA sent me a letter, I need to get my roof cleaned. I say, great, no problem, we can take care of you. We're gonna get up there, we're gonna knock off all the moss, we're gonna apply a soft wash solution, and guess what? Your HOA is not gonna contact you for the next 3 to 5 years because that's how long your roof is gonna look good for. And I sell them back the HOA. That's what they're trying to avoid. Oh, my insurance company just called me and they said I need to get the moss off my roof. No problem. We have a soft wash method. It's going to make sure that your roof is going to look good. And next time the insurance adjuster drives by, they're going to pass right by your house because it's not going to need to be cleaned. That is how you sell. You don't sell pressure washing. You don't, this is a bad sales pitch. Hey, my name is John. I'm with Clean Pro Service. We do roof cleaning. We get up there. We apply a soft wash solution to the roof. We this, we that, we this. You're rambling off specs. When I used to work in electronics, oh man, I'll give you this story. I used to work in Best Buy. And I wanted to work into this one section called Magnolia Hi-Fi, which is like the high-end version of all the electronics. You had to be certified to work there. So I was not certified, and I wasn't equipped with enough product knowledge yet. So I see a customer over there, he's kind of meandering. I see him over there, I'm working home theater section, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna go help this guy out. The boss over there, he was an asshole, man. He told it straight. I love this guy. His name was Gil. If I ever see him again, I'm gonna give him a hug. This guy was a great mentor because he told me stuff straight. I go over there and Gil watches me walk over there. He goes to one of the leads. He goes, watch this. So they're both like looking at me like, this guy's gonna mess this sale up. In my head, I'm like, I'm gonna prove these guys wrong. So the gentleman was looking at a Sonos system. If you don't know what that is, it is a multi-room solution that broadcasts sound. This was before Alexa. This was before all of these devices. So Sonos was like the gold standard for this. So I go over there and I talk to him, and I was like, hey, sir, how can I help you? And he says, oh, I'm looking at this Sonos system. I was like, yeah, it's a great system. He goes, what can you tell me about it? Now, I knew how to hit the button to play the demo. He goes, oh, let me show you how great it sounds. So I hit the button, and it plays this fantastic demo, has one of my favorite songs on there, 30 Seconds to Mars, Marry Me, or Bury Me, Bury Me, Bury Me, Bury, I can. Yeah. And it plays that song, and I'm thinking this guy's gonna buy. You can't hear that song and not want to buy this system. It sounded so good, and then the song stops because it's a demo, and he turns to me and says, "Yeah, the speakers are great, but tell me about the system." And I get stuck on stupid because I don't know shit about this system. So what do? I pull out the card and I'm like, yeah, it says here it's a multi-room solution. He goes, okay, what do I need to get set up? It looks like, and I'm just reading off of the card. And he was like, all right, thank you. And then he leaves. And I go back over there and I've got my head like kind of hanging. I feel like an absolute idiot. I feel like an absolute idiot. And I say, Gil tells me, the sales manager, he's like, yeah, I knew you were going to blow that sale. I was like, how did you know? He goes, well, one, you don't know shit about the Persona system. And I was like, yeah, okay. I mean, I still could have sold him. He goes, that guy's been shopping here and he only buys from the most knowledgeable people. Like he's a savvy buyer. If you don't know what you're talking about, he won't buy from you. And I was like, so he knew the guy and I didn't have the product knowledge ready. And basically I was selling off of specs. So in sales, you need to have the product knowledge. But once you have the product knowledge, it's not your job to rattle it off. So once I got the product knowledge, I would say, oh yeah, this is an XBR TV. It's got, this many local dimming zones. It's got this, it's got that. Or when I would talk about receivers, the total harmonic distortions and the amount of ohm resistance and the amount of, it's got Burr Brown technology and ICE technology and all of these different things. None of that matters. What does it do, right? What is the experience going to be? So I got away from selling specs and started selling experiences. And when you sell an experience, people buy experiences. Do I have it here? No, I don't have it here. But Simon Sinek has a book called Start With Why. Really good book. It's people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. And I think, so he's talking about that from a company branding perspective. I say flip that. Don't sell what you do, sell why they need it. I think Grant Cardone said, you don't buy a drill, you buy a hole. And that's the way you have to look at it. It's not about the drill, it's about the hole. And how fast can you make the hole? How deep can you make the hole? How consistently can you make the hole? All of those things, right? If you need a hole one time, you're gonna buy a cheap drill. If you need 5 million holes, you want a drill that will last. You want, it's not what it is, it's why you're getting it. So I would say to anybody here, stop selling what you're doing and sell why they need it. Figure out the customer's problem and then sell it back to them. And it's really that simple. It's really that simple. So let me go back up. I missed a whole bunch of comments here, so sorry. Found a whole home HO condominiums that here at Roots Nasty. How can I sell them on Cleaning It? Okay, I talked to one of the homeowners. She said she'll pass my number to the board. Okay. Text you, what's the best surface cleaner, pressure washer to buy? Go to Gutter Well. Okay, so let's talk about first selling in an HOA. So the first thing you need to do is figure out if the HOA, so is the HOA responsible for the roofs, right? And some HOAs, you'll have them, they like usually when they're all together, like the houses are bunched up together, the HOA will actually be responsible for the roofs in some scenarios. If they're not, then you want to figure out who's managing the HOA to figure out their language and bylaws. So get in contact with the HOA. They're a publicly traded, or they're a public business, right? Should I up my prices because it's an HOA? That's completely up to you. You know, if you want to offer a great big discount for everybody in the HOA, that's completely up to you. So HOAs are really funny because HOAs, they're all over the place. Some of them require, like, I get calls all the time. My HOA sent the letter out and I have to get my roof cleaned. Some HOAs, they don't put that into the bylaws and they can't change it. So all the houses there look terrible. Their only job is to maintain the community grass, if that, you know, like some HOAs are just absolute trash. So you want to figure out who the HOA is. And usually, so like, for example, there's an HOA, there's Breckenridge. So I know Breckenridge HOA Spanaway. So if I look it up, I can see that the Breckenridge Homeowners Association. I can find that out. I can find out the agent name. So the agent is the person who receives the communication. The agent is A.E. Allen. The governor is Davon Story. These are former governors so the current governor is A.A. Allen. There's a registered address where mail goes to. So you could send a letter to that. You can send a letter to that. You can do a little bit of research to find out the phone number and the photo of it attached to home. Can I text a photo of it? Their attached homes. I went there thinking they were apartments. Yeah. Shoot me a text. Absolutely. You can absolutely do that. Oh yeah, that's not a. What in the world? Is that an HOA? Are those houses or that? Yeah, that's one big roof. That's one big roof. So yeah, the HOA is going to 100% be in charge of that. Those are like condos. And what you measured is not the actual roof. Here on Google Earth, you're missing quite a bit. Oh, okay. That was from someone else. Oh, that was from Kingsley. Got it. Sorry. Got a few things there. Okay. Oh, this is the apartment complex. Okay. Yeah. No, Kingsley, I'll look at that in just a minute. Yeah, I'll look at that in just a minute. All right, I'm missing some comments. Let me scroll back here. What's the best surface cleaner and pressure washer to buy? 4 gallon a minute, 20-inch surface cleaner is my favorite combo. 20-gallon belt drive is the best. You can go with gear drive as the second best, and direct drive is the third best. But a 4 gallon a minute system would be the best starting unit. If it depends on your budget. It really depends on your budget. Oh, what's the number? You said what's the number? Let's do. I put together a new phone number for this, so I want to give you that. Phone number is 253-780-1588. 253-780-1588. 253-780-1588. Yeah, that's what I use, a BE Whirl Away. I use the 20-inch BE Whirl Away. I'll throw the Amazon link of what I buy in there, and if you use my link, I get a little kickback. So of course I would greatly appreciate it, but I will show you what all I get. Yeah, these units are awesome. Let me get over to my TikTok. Oh. All right. And throwing it in the tickety talk. Best chemical for concrete driveway. So what I do is I do first I pre-treat it, then I surface clean it, and then I apply a post-treatment. I pre-treat because so we have a lot of aggregate here, and aggregate, the pre-treatment kind of lifts up the dirt, grime, and starts to kill the organics. Then the surface cleaning, of course, scrubs the entire concrete, and then I rinse everything, and then I apply a post-treatment on there. And the post-treatment keeps killing organics. Okay, so I see what you're talking about. Oh, is that tile? Oh, tile is a mother. I hope you have soft wash, a dedicated soft wash system. XJet is going to be tough to get up there. So this looks like, this doesn't look too bad though. This isn't crazy. The HOA is more than likely going to be in charge of this. Yeah, the HOA is more than likely going to be in charge of this. So what I would do is find out what the community is called, type that into Google plus HOA, or type that into Google and plus the words HOA. You should find a contact in there. Turn off invites. And from that contact, you should be able to I have 200-foot hose and a soft wash setup. I don't mind it taking days. Yeah. It shouldn't take you days. Let's see. That one back there. You figure, I mean, this looks tropical, so it doesn't look like you're going to do a lot of moss removal. It looks like it's just treatment on this stuff. You are going to have to take your time. 200 foot of hose, yeah. Each one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. There's 12. If you're busting ass, you should get this knocked out in 2 days. Each one should take you no more than an hour to apply the treatment and just kind of leave. The only thing I would be afraid of is running out of chemical. That would be my only concern. So, if you have a 55-gallon tank, I don't know, how big is your soft wash tank? Deleted account just joined. 40 gallons. Okay, are there water spigots on site? Okay, this is what I would do. Be right back. Okay. There we go. Whew. Okay. Let's just throw this together real quick. So sorry it looks so rough, but this is what you do. If you have 40 gallons, and that's all you're rocking with right now, a 40-gallon tank, and this will stretch everything a bit more. So what you do is you build yourself this. This is a, I think this is actually 1 inch. You can do a 1 inch line, you can do a half-inch line, whatever, right? So line, half-inch line here to check valve, MPT coupler, or MPT, they call it nipple, close nipple. And then wire that in. Same thing on this side, garden hose adapter, okay? So you run a garden hose directly to here, check valve here so we're not backfeeding, run it out to your pump, and then from here, you're basically putting 40 gallons of raw SH here, or you can even dilute it down, well, it's clay tile, so you're probably gonna wanna go with like a 5%. So you can run, 35 gallons of SH, 5 gallons of water on this side as a batch mix with your soap, and then run water straight here. So that means you don't have to go back and forth to, you don't have to refill quite as often. You should be able to get in at a 5.5 gallon pump. You should be able to get in, 4 or 5 hours on the trigger, coating these roofs, and you won't have to go back in, and you have water supply right there. So, all right, cool. You see it. You see what I'm talking about. Very cool. So yeah, I would build one of these. This thing is super cheap. Take a screenshot if you want. I'll leave it up for just a moment for you to take a screenshot. this is like under 50 bucks, and that should get you taken care of. Sorry, this is supposed to be PVC too. There's no reason for this to be metal. This is PVC. Most of the stuff can be bought right on Home Depot, except for the check valves. Check valves you can get from Amazon, but pretty much all of this stuff you can get right from Home Depot. So check that out. That will save you a lot of time. All right, let me scroll up and make sure I didn't miss anything. Do you have to run a 4,000 4-gallon a minute pressure washer to run a surface cleaner? Mine is only. No, you don't have to. It will run it. It just won't clean as effectively. So, Preston, I hope that answers your question. It will run it, just won't clean it as effectively. The roofs are bad. I'm sure they could probably want the exterior condos cleaned. Okay. How much is your total setup? Oh, yeah, he's asking Philip. Okay, a distributor. Which are the check valves? I'll throw it in Amazon here of what I'm talking about. Half-inch butt-off check valves. You can get a pack of 3 of them for 50 bucks. Looks like. And you want to get 3. You always want an extra one. So I'll throw that in the chat here. How much do you think it would cost to have 2 guys working for you with 2 surface cleaners and 2 pressure washers? Like rough estimate for chemical hoses, everything. I hate giving estimates on that kind of stuff because there's so many questions I have. Are you talking about working full time or here? I know it's really hard to type in this. Preston, if you want to give me a call full-time over summer, are you talking about doing this like that window cleaning kid, Josh Lester, where he just talks about like getting guys out there and doing door knocking? Is that what you're talking about? Or, 2 pressure washers. So I can't copy it from my phone. Okay, yeah. Let me send that link to you. Boom, shakalaka. Okay. So, there you go. Me knocking and 2 other working. No, I know what he's talking about. He's talking about paying them a flat rate. This is my thing with that, like Josh Lester kid or any of those guys that do the door knocking. It's the window cleaning is a very low risk thing. When you're talking pressure washing, the only thing I would trust somebody who's non trained on would at most be driveway. It would be really hard. For services like soft washing, whatnot, it would be tough to maintain quality. Okay, so if you're talking driveways, let's see. Let's figure out the math on this. Let's come over here. Can I jump over to the whiteboard? Ugh. Jump. Come on. Sorry, I got these 2 cameras here. I'm trying to articulate them so one's not getting all the goodies. Okay. Boom. Oops. Okay. And let's flip the camera. Nope. Mirror your camera. Okay, so L, all right. I think that should do it. Let's say a guy wants to make minimum of $20 an hour times 8-hour days. So you're looking at $160. $160 times 2. Is this? Yeah, you can see it. 160 bucks times 2, so that's $320 in labor per day. Let's say you want to be extra generous, that's the minimum, but you want to pay them $200 each per day if they can do a certain threshold of jobs. For pressure washing in a day with the right equipment, so you're figuring $1,200 for a good pressure washer. So, and then if you're doing just driveways, you don't need super long hoses. So let's call it $120 for hose. The garden hose, let's call that a $50 bill. Gas can, let's call that a $30 bill. Gas at $4 a gallon here in Washington, $4.50 a gallon. Let's call it an average of $4 a gallon times 5. So you're looking at $20 in gas on it. Well, we'll put that down here. $20 in gas per day. So we have that hose. Surface cleaner, you're looking at $4.50 for a good one of those. So hose, and let's call it a turbo nozzle, and let's call it a so all in, you're looking at 0, 10, 15, or 10, 15, 17, 0, bring the 1 over, 4, 8, 8, 1. So you're looking at 2,000, let's call it $2,000 times 2 setups, $4,000 investment. Plus you need the vehicles to move all of this stuff, but let's call it a $4,000 investment. And then every day you're going to be spending 20. Let's call it 3 gas cans in a worst case scenario. So let's say 3 gas cans. That's what, 60 bucks. So you're at labor, so that's plus 60, so that's 380. And over here, let's call that 4. Let's call this 500, just for easy math here. So 500, if you want to be very generous. So you're at 380 to 500. So 380. Well, that's 2x payroll. We'll say 380 through 500. Startup times 2 is going to be 4,000. Okay, so what we're trying to do is figure out what you would need to do per day. So let's say conservatively you work 5 days a week. So in a summer, that's about 40 working days. That's about 40 working days. So if you can do, let's call it 3 driveways a day, that's 120 driveways. If you can charge conservatively, you know, just an aggressive $200, that will net you $22,000, and we'll take 40 times, let's call it on a high, $500. Is that 20,000? That's 20 payroll. Wait, I messed that up. Let's just do it. 0, 0, 2, 0. Yeah, that's 20,000. Is that right? $40 times 500. Yeah, 20,000. Jeez. Okay. So you're looking at spending 20,000 in payroll. So 200 is not the number. Oh, 3 driveways times 2. Actually, because one person can do 2 driveways in a day. So this is actually times 2. So this is actually 44,000. So you would have to sell 6 driveways a day with one guy doing, yeah. So your break even is 3 a day, really. Your break even is 3 a day, and that would get you your startup cost back. So anything you sell over 3 a day at $200 a pop. So I would look to sell at $250, and I would try to target 4 driveways, and let's do total driveways. Let's say $250. I would try to target 4 driveways per day. That's $1,000 a day. Minus, yeah, and then your overall cost is 500, so you keep half. And then if you do that times 40, this is a $40,000 summer, minus half of that, because that's what your expenses are. So you're effectively right around $20,000 in a 2-month period if you can close 4 a day. And at that rate, I would pay them the if we're able to do 3 driveways, I would say if you're able to do 3 or more driveways a day per person, then you bump them to the $200 a day limit. If you're able to do less than that, then you keep them at the $20 an hour on an 8-hour day limit. So I hope that answers your questions. Is 20 drivers a week. Did you get your bleach straight from the source? Yeah, now from the source, I started with the supplier, or I started with the pool supply. Figure 4 driveways a day is 20 driveways a week. Yes. That's $4,000. Yeah. So if you're paying $20 an hour, well, if you're paying, I mean, let's even break it down per driveway. Let's take that out. So we got the startup costs. We got the startup costs. So let's say you say $200 a driveway times, and then of that, you're going to pay percentages. Let's say you're going to pay them let's say you're going to pay them $75 for every driveway they do. So that's $125 to you, $75 to them. And let's say you do 2 driveways per person per day. You know, they walk away with $150, you know, low risk, and you walk away with $250. Yeah, you walk away with $250 for closing deals. So, I mean, you can even split it and go 50-50, do 100-100. You both walk away with $200. If you do that times 40 working days, you know, you're one person's making about $6,000, and you'd be making about $10,000. Yeah, and that's one person. So if you can sell double that, you'd be walking away with $20,000, and they'd be walking away with 6 each. $1,200 for employees and chemicals, and $200. 4 driveways is 20 a week. Yeah, I think. Oh. I think that's sort of reasonable. I just paid $600 a week. How much are you paying per gallon of bleach? I'm sure you're buying in bulk, but how much would it be per? I'm around, like Washington's really high for sodium hypochlorite. So we're around $4. It's a little under $4 a gallon. To do a tea, if I do that tea, would it even pull the water? Would it pull water and bleach? Yeah. If you do this tea, yes, if you do this tea, the water may be a little stronger, just a touch stronger. So because it's being pushed, but the SH is going to be, yeah, if you want to just destroy a pump but guarantee it's going to be even, put the pump down here. Put the pump, let's see. Put the pump, in between the check valve, put it here. And what that will do is it will draw the bleach out. You'll have the water pressure from the house pushing out. And as long as you're around like 5 gallons a minute, you don't go to like a 7 gallon a minute, they should push at similar rates. But that would like pretty much guarantee it. But yeah, that's one option. That is one option. But I think it should be okay no matter what. I think it should be okay no matter what. If you want to, again, 100% guarantee, and you don't want to spend too much money here, grab yourself a 5 gallon bucket, install a bulkhead, feed the 5 gallon bucket with a Hudson float valve that shuts off, and then put a dipstick coming from this into the 5 gallon bucket, and that will work as kind of like a miniature buffer tank, and the draw rate will be the same no matter what on the pump. So that would just guarantee that it's a 1-to-1. But yeah, that's a lot of extra work, but I mean, maybe worth it. Yeah. Since water would come from the oh yeah, I would like to call you and see what you think about my idea on it and get your opinion for help. Yeah, sure. Yeah, give me a shout whenever you like, and we can talk on it, and we can figure out what the next steps are on it. Do you have the $4,000 to invest into that? You have some stuff already? Okay. Nice. Very cool. Okay. Well, guys, I think, let's see, I've been going for about an hour now. I think I'm only 16, so not having a business hurts big time. Yeah. You know, the thing is you know, my son's 16, and you know, it's one of those things where you have a lot of opportunity ahead of you, because the world is really just open to you. Very unlike it was when I was a kid. You know, there wasn't all of these things. It wasn't even YouTube. When I graduated, YouTube came after I graduated high school. You know, we had E-Bombs World. My number is 253 253-780-1588. Again, that's 253-780-1588. But yeah, you know, all of these resources came well after I was, you know, old already. But that doesn't mean that you can't take advantage of them. So being 16, if I were 16 right now, it would be so exciting. You know, you have the best chance at becoming a millionaire more than any other old guy that's in this group. You know, you grew up in a world where technology, existed all around you, and you grew up in the age of technology. My son's life is completely documented online. You know, that wasn't a thing for me. You know, that wasn't something, that was available for me. So I would say this, lean into your strength. No one has to know that you're doing a job, find some people that are older or look older, and put them on payroll, get them out there. You being the fresh face of the business, handling the sales. The other thing is transporting all this equipment. There's a lot of equipment to transport. So make sure you have a truck or a van or something. But yeah, 16, you can make good money due to not having leads to make. Oh, okay. Let's see. What are some good ways to market my business? I started 2 years ago, but only booking for weekends due to not having leads to make it my full-time job. There are steps to all of this, and I've outlined them before, but I'm going to do it again for you guys because I really believe in starting with these steps. So hopefully, let me see, I angled this so, oh, that actually worked out perfectly. Oh, come on, boom. Okay, so when you're first starting your business, you want to focus on social media, okay? Okay, I'm not talking about Facebook ads, right? Here, I'll be specific. Okay, free and cheap. Facebook groups, okay? Facebook groups are a great way to make money. Go into, search your area and figure out what the best groups are for community. Ask them, can you post, right? Talk to the admins, figure things out. Don't worry about Facebook ads. Don't spend money on advertisement. Don't spend money on advertisement, not yet. So Facebook groups are a great way to start. Good website. A good website will help you grow your business, okay? And it can be relatively, you know what, I'll even take that out of the free. I would say that's even next level. So my question to you is, how much door knocking have you done? AAA pressure washing. How much door knocking have you done? A lot of people, when they're first starting, they don't want to do this step. And I think it's imperative to do this step. Both for your sales, building your sales acumen, as well as growing your business, getting your name out there. It's a free way for you to be getting business. And it's really simple. You show up to a neighborhood that you want to work in, find houses, and just knock every single door. If you knock 100 doors, a bad salesperson will close 2%. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So what have you been doing with the money from those jobs? What have you been doing with the money from those jobs? The husband won't do it, or they have a pressure washer. That's where I get stuck. Okay, yeah. So you're selling what you're doing. You're not selling why you're doing it. Everybody has a pressure washer. You know how many houses I clean and the pressure washer is sitting right there in the garage? You know how many driveways they clean, and I first invested in a better pressure washer, and the rest I've saved and used on ads. Okay, all right. That's not the worst thing I've heard. That's not the worst thing I've heard. Okay, I'm gonna jump over here to YouTube real quick. I'm gonna come back to you guys. What chemical do you use on wooden fence and decks? Depends. If you are looking to restore it, use a combination of sodium percarbonate, sodium hydroxide, finish off with an acylic acid, and yeah, that's what I use on that. It depends what I'm trying to accomplish. If I'm stripping the deck for painting, if the deck is sealed, there's a number of different ways to look at that. So I hate to just give you a one blip answer. If you have a specific question or a specific thing, just let me know, and I'll answer that specifically. Thank you for that, YouTube. I first invested in a pressure washer and a better pressure washer. Okay, first day I went door to door before I had my setup to see if people and had 10% were interested. Yeah. Okay. So what you're saying is I did land a job with a post I made on Facebook Marketplace. It's a backyard patio. Okay. Facebook Marketplace is okay. You know, I'll share a story. I think it was from this book. Is it this book or his last book? I can't remember which book it was. He's written two. But Kevin Hart really inspired me while I was doing this business, because like I said, I had a thriving business before, and I had a team, and I was doing really well, and you know, it all effectively got taken away. And when I got into this business, I still had that mentality of, you know, things should be done for me kind of thing. And I made a big mistake. I was paid John Viet. I don't know John Viet. Let's see who that is. I had to kind of take it back to the grassroots here. Man, it's only 8 o'clock here. It's only 8 o'clock. I'm on the West Coast, Washington. No, I don't like it here. Oh my goodness, my Facebook algorithm knows me. It knows me. Oh, it looks like he's doing big things. It looks like he's setting up Facebook ads. Well, have I talked to this guy? Oh, I haven't talked to him. We got 24 mutual friends. Okay, let's forget that. Yeah, I know you're up there in Maine. I had to take it back to the grindstone, and thank you, Philip. I really appreciate it, man. I really do. I had to take it back to the grindstone. So what Kevin Hart did was, when he was first starting out, he would go do a show, and then immediately after the show, he would run around to the front to the door, and he would say, "Hey, let me get your phone number and email and name, and I will give you a call when I'm back in town." and he did this for everybody coming out, everybody that would listen. There are people in this world that got phone calls personally from Kevin Hart saying, hey, I'm in town, can you come and support, buy tickets? There are people that have gotten that phone call directly from Kevin Hart. And it just reminded me like how much in the trenches you really have to get if you want a business to grow and work right. Some people get lucky. Some people, you know, their phone just rings off the hook. You can't, a plan isn't buying 100 lottery tickets. That's not a plan, that's a dream, that's a hope, okay? A plan is actions that create results, is knowable actions that create knowable results. Door to door creates notable results. If you knock on 100 doors, you're gonna close 2%. If you close 2% and your average ticket is $500, you're netting $1,000 a day. If you do that for 3 days and then wash for 3 days, you know, you're pulling $30,000 weekends or $3,000 weeks. Yeah, you're working 6 days a week. Who cares? This is what this is. You know, I work literally 7 days a week. I don't take days off. I don't take days off. I'm doing some kind of work 24/7. It just, I take moments off. I take hours off. That's it. I don't take whole days off. That's what entrepreneurship is. So, knowable actions or actionables with knowable results, right? Facebook ads fall into that category, but when you have a bankroll. So Facebook ads. So my website or my marketing company does Facebook ads. We don't take on a client that's not ready to spend $3,600. And there's a reason for that number. $3,600. We say for a small business like pressure washing, you need to spend $30 a day, guaranteed. In Facebook ads to see any measurable results. We take a $300 fee for running the ad, and you need to run it for 3 months. You don't get results on Facebook for 90 days. And that's the expectation that I set with all of my customers. It would be rare to see somebody to get, you know, a lot of results or see like significant results after 90 days or before 90 days. We set the expectation that, and there's a reason for that. Facebook has each Facebook account has a pixel. It's a specific thing. As I've worked for 3 months, I spent about $800 and landed nothing. I mean, I can literally show you my screen here. Like, I probably shouldn't get into this, but here's literally my Facebook ads, or I mean, this is a customer I just closed today. You know, Federal Way customer, closed him. Some of them. Oh yeah, here's another one. You know, this whole thing is just littered with inquiries. I mean, last year I probably did, actually, 2022 master marketing sales. So Facebook last year, I spent $11,458. I made in revenue $80,467. So that's a cost of 14.24%. So for every 14 cents I give Facebook, they give me back $1. That's decent marketing. That's where you want to be. So if you spent that kind of money over 4 months, $900 for 4 months or $800 for 4 months, I would say something was set up incorrectly. What area are you in? What state are you in? Or what city? What city are you in? I can do a quick little market analysis, see if you have any competition running Facebook ads. But Dallas, ooh, yeah, Dallas is saturated. Dallas is saturated. I can tell you that. Your ads are competing. So Facebook has a really cool tool. It's called Facebook Ad Library. Facebook Ad Library. So Facebook has a disclosure thing that they're required to do, where I can go in, I can see ads, Dallas, pressure, okay, nothing. Oh, that's right, I have ad blockers on this. Hold on, let me open up a new incognito. There we go. Let's do Dallas. It's only 11 results in Dallas. You got CJ's, no, he's in serving Mississippi and Alabama. There's CJ's Window Cleaning, who is just running a ton of ads. Window cleaning and pressure wash. Dallas. So in Dallas, you've got, I type in Dallas pressure wash, and your company is AAA pressure washing. Triple. Oh. Dallas. Are you AAA Power Wash? No, that's Michigan. Where, I don't see you online here at all. What's the name of your business? Hey, Frederick, I recommend, well, what size machine do you have? So it is AAA power pressure washing. I'll tell you this, I'm looking for you and I can't find you. I'm actually looking for you and I can't find you here. I'm typing in AAA pressure washing in Dallas, can't find you. So if you ask me, it's, oh, wait, I see your Facebook. I believe this is your Facebook. Yeah, what Preston said. The 4 gallon a minute unit. Yeah, if you've got a 4 gallon, that surface cleaner works great. Okay, so AAA. This is what I'm thinking on yours. Let's see. Good before and afters. not a ton. So not a ton of before and afters. No linked reviews on there. No Google presence whatsoever. And you said you've been doing it for 2 years? Oh, I gotta go back up. Yeah, man, you said you've been doing this for 2 years, and there's almost no information on you. There's almost no information on you online here. I can't find anything. That's not good. So I would say you really need to focus on your online presence. You need a whole branding. The logos, meh. I mean, at 2 years, I want, like, if you've been doing this 2 years, I want you ripping and rolling. There's no reason why after 2 years that you can't be full time on this. I would say door knock, stack as much money as possible, and then hire a marketing company to put together a good online presence for you. Website, Google, refresh on your logos, and make it so that your business really stands out. Because right now I just can't find you. I'm looking for you and I can't find you. And I would say that's your biggest hurdle. If you look for pressure washing in my area, I'm all that comes up. You want to dominate your market but it takes money to do that. And how do you get that money? Door knock. If you're starting from the bottom, you have to do those things. All I do is, which company I'm going to recommend? I recommend my own Introspect web design. We can redo the logo for you. We can get you all set up. We're not free. We're not cheap. I don't deliver trash. I deliver good quality stuff. If you need to go penny pinch here, if you need the penny pinch, try again on Fiverr. I wouldn't do ads. I wouldn't do ads just yet. I don't think the business is ready for ads. I would really focus on getting your business out there in the local community through Facebook. But when people go to look for you and people go to research for you, they need to see a professional appearance so that they can, this doesn't build enough trust with me in order for me to give you my business. I want to see a lot more from this. But give me a call, man. We'll talk and we'll get you set up right. All I do is Facebook and get no people on my Facebook. It's just my profile though. Just pressing Denny. Yeah. I'll check you out here. I think my computer's running slow. I need to restart it. You the car club guy here? Yeah, door knocking. People underrate door knocking. Did I not respond to your DM? Because I just kind of learned how to do DMs on here. I am on TikTok. Let's see. Oh, wait. Oh, yep, I got you right here. All right, I just sent you a message here. Yeah, I told you give me a shout. So a question. Yeah, give me a shout anytime. Here, I'm gonna give you a new phone number. I'm trying to funnel everybody through this number. I'll DM that number to you. Nope, typed that wrong. There we go. Here, I'll DM you introspect. I just DM'd you the website. But either way, guys, I need to get off of here. I've got a bunch of stuff I gotta go do. Gotta edit some more videos. Yeah, just tons of things. But I really appreciate everybody for hanging out with me today. It was really cool. We had a lot of great questions. Visit me, Dragon Blast. I don't know what that is. Check out the Facebook. Okay, let's do it real quick. Check me out on Dragonfly Blast. Check out my I don't see anything Dragonfly Blast pages. Can't find you here. But check out my Facebook. My Facebook. Check out powercleanacademy.com. It has training on all of that, on everything pressure washing and soft washing. Check out Introspect Web Design. And yeah, make sure you check out my YouTube channel, PowerClean_PS, and make sure you subscribe here. I keep doing these lives, trying to help the community out as much as possible and add more value back to the community, and make a safe space for people to kind of talk and ask questions. And yeah, either way, I'm gonna get off of here. I appreciate everybody for hanging out. What should I call? Only take profit too. Call anytime. Call anytime, man. If I answer, I answer. If I don't, I don't. I usually answer, but I'm available 24/7 for the most part. But either way, thanks guys, and I'll talk to you later.